17th, 2021. It has been a pretty decent Tuesday, I'd say, for the most part. But hey, we are on our way to the second week of preseason, and teams, obviously, we're going to have less players on their team as of today at 3 p.m. Central Time. Rosters had to be cut down all the way to 85. Most teams only had about 90 to 95 players. Some of them maybe had close to that 100 range. But today, finally, as we speak, teams are at 85. Okay, and obviously more cuts are on the way as we inch closer to that 2021 regular season game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Rosters will have to be moved all the way down to, I believe, 53, and then they'll have, I think it's like 16 players on their practice squad because of the COVID situation and all that. So that's nice. But today, okay, we're going to get to one specific person who got cut this morning, and then we're going to jump to the new taunting penalty situation, and then finally a couple quick pieces of some information that I feel like might be valuable to you guys if you're watching. So, are you ready to get your fix? So like I said, to get started, we're going to talk about one guy who just got cut this morning. And sadly, that guy is Tim fucking Tebow. So I apologize for all those people out there who bought a Tim Tebow jersey, because I believe he did have all three of their jerseys, that green or the teal, whatever it is, the white and the black jersey in the top 5, top 10 selling jerseys in the NFL. That jersey is now worthless. So you spent $200 for nothing. But I also feel bad for those people out there who really were just all about Tebow, if you will. Like, look, it's great that he got a chance, another shot at the NFL. Okay, he came in after being, the guy of college football, the face of college football. His name was everywhere. His face was everywhere. His ego, even though he doesn't really have that big of an ego, is everywhere, okay, or was everywhere. Comes in to, obviously the NFL, goes to the Denver Broncos, doesn't do so hot, has that really nice playoff game. Then he goes to, I believe it was the Jets. That didn't work out. And then I think he went to the Steelers, or maybe the Steelers. No, it wasn't the Steelers. But you get the gist, okay? He's bounced around. Didn't work out, goes to the MLB, plays some minor league baseball, was a really good, or was a pretty big star, I guess, in minor league baseball. But that comes with being Tim Tebow. I mean, the dude has literally created his own brand, his own, face, everything, okay? He has his own church, he talks. He's a motivational speaker. He was in the NFL. Very, very well-known college athlete or quarterback for the Florida Gators. I mean, this guy, his persona has been built very, very well. And obviously, a lot of people didn't like this move, the Jaguars giving him a chance. A lot of people are out there thinking, like, what the hell are you doing giving him a chance, trying to take away from all these other tight ends that are trying to come into the league and trying to earn a job and earn a career and stuff like that. Well, guess what? A lot of people got cut today, okay? A lot of people had a shot at the NFL, okay? Was Tim Tebow the best option? Probably not, okay? There probably was a different guy out there. But you got to understand, Tim Tebow, a Florida guy, okay? Has been coached by Urban Meyer, so Urban Meyer wanted to take that chance, see if he could transition. Has a big frame, came in a training camp, I mean, just swole, folks, looking huge, ready to rock and roll. Had a couple good practices. Solid practices, I'd say. You'd seen that one video of Trevor Lawrence taking the ball, throwing it to the end zone, Tim Tebow catches it, media goes wild, okay? Well, not going to happen anymore, okay? After that week 1 preseason game against the Browns, Jaguars found it as their best option, or thought it was their best option to let Tim Tebow go, which was a good decision, because I don't know if you guys have seen the tape on Tim Tebow from that Browns game, that week 1 preseason game, but it was awful. I'm telling you, it was garbage, okay? It looked like you took a freshman out of high school, and you're like, hey, so all our tight ends are hurt. They're out. We need somebody. You think you could get in there and take a couple reps for us just to give us a good look? And he, yeah, sure, I'll go in there. And then just gets dogged, man. I mean, this guy was pushed around, thrown around, literally looked like a chicken with its head cut off. Okay? There was a couple times he'd be running routes. Okay? So the ball would go somewhere else, and he'd stop and be like, all right, what the fuck am I supposed to... Who do I got to block? The closest guy. Obviously, that's what everyone's going to say. Go block the closest guy you see and, work from that way. Didn't happen. Okay? Literally, if Tim Tebow... After he was done running his route, he would just kind of look around like, what the fuck am I supposed to do right here? Don't know. And then, after that, we found out really, really, really fucking fast that Tim Tebow just cannot block to save his life. I mean, the dude, the first one, literally went in, nosedive down to the ground. Second time, comes in motion, trying to block that outside guard or defensive end or whatever you want to say. And the guy literally just swipes him. Looks like Tim Tebow is kind of off balance, so I get why this kind of happened. But he went full bore, just ate shit, and fucking, got up and kind of went like this, okay? Went to block somebody. He didn't know that was his own teammate that he got into and tried to block a little bit, but that's how football is. I mean, got that big helmet. It's kind of, out of your way. You got all this pads, so when you get up, your first reaction is like, oh shit, I missed that block. Gotta fucking hit this one. And he hit his teammate. It is what it is. But he looked terrible. Flat out looked terrible. Didn't know what he was doing out there. And, that's going to happen. Okay, this guy was a quarterback in college, quarterback in high school. Yeah, he has the frame. Yeah, he has, the athletic ability. But as I was talking with a coworker today, he's very, very athletic. Super athletic. And we both said, but that's it. That's all you're going to get out of Tim Tebow is his athleticism. Okay, the guy probably can, do it all. He could play wide receiver. He could play tight end. He could play running back. He could play quarterback. He could play, all these positions. But how well can he play these positions? Probably not that great. It takes a lot to play in this league, and let alone play good in this league. And Tim Tebow just can't do that. Okay, we seen it. He was the star of college football, the face of college football. Okay, he comes into the NFL. High standards are surrounding him. This guy must be nervous. Who knows? It's Tim Tebow. He's probably not that nervous. Comes in, fucking dogs it. Just garbage. Okay, not really garbage, but you get the gist. Not that good. He's not an NFL caliber player. A lot of people are shocked. Like, what the hell? Like, this dude just went on, won a title or national title with the Gators. Had this, fucking good-ass speech that'll be forever known in the Gators university. Comes to the NFL and can't do nothing. It happens. Okay? Jamarcus Russell. Dude didn't fucking look at film. Okay? The Raiders sent him home with a bunch of film that had blitz packages on there, and the next day they came and they tested him. They said, so, what'd you see? So he starts naming stuff off. And he was wrong on all of them because he doesn't watch film. Now, I'm not saying Tim Tebow doesn't watch film, but you kind of get the gist, okay? Or gist. Tim Tebow, and not only Tim Tebow, we've seen it with Johnny Manziel. We've seen it with that Ryan Leaf. He was a really, really big bust. Jamarcus Russell we talked about. There's others out there that once they, they're big faces, big, huge names, and they come to the NFL and they can't play. Okay, it's a different league. Okay, this is not, you're not getting everything kind of handed to you or, it's not easy for you anymore. It's tough. It's a man's league. It's a grown fucking man's league, and if you can't play, you're going to get exposed, and you're going to get exposed really fucking quick. And that's what happened to Tim Tebow. Okay? This cut was obviously going to happen after watching that Week 1 game, Browns-Jags. I watched that game. One thing I did see, Tim Tebow did get, or it looked like Tim Tebow had the ball thrown to him, but I think it was like Marvin Jones or someone was coming. It was like a route where Tim Tebow was like this, and the other one was right behind him, kind of like this. And the ball was, right there. It looked like it was going to Tebow. Guy coming across, wide receiver, fucking snags it, and the rest is history. Tim Tebow kind of like, oh, oh fuck, who am I gonna block? That ball was mine. But that's just what happens. Okay, if he would have caught that ball, guarantee you it doesn't make a difference. He just can't block. His route running ability's okay, not the greatest, but the dude just can't finish a play. Okay, it's like when you're a quarterback, and he was a quarterback. You know, you fucking go out there, you fake pitch it, come back, pass the ball, and you stand there. Okay, or you know, you fucking quick dip, fake handoff, and you're just looking, just faking it kind of thing. And I think that is one thing that kind of held Tim Tebow back a little bit, or a lot actually, in week 1 against the Browns, because you're going to see a lot of that going forward if he were to stay on that team. And he could have worked on that a little bit, but it's like second nature, okay? Once you're done doing what you were supposed to do, what do you do next? And he was really unsure of what to do. And that sucks, but hey, Tim Tebow had to get cut. It was just, it was coming. You couldn't expect this guy to make the team, and if he did, a lot of praise would be given to him, and I'm glad, or not really glad, or I'm sad for him, you know, obviously, for getting cut, but I'm also glad for the fact that he got cut, because I just don't know if I'd be able to take all the social media posts about him, you know, finally catching a touchdown pass, or, you know, doing something cool, and only having 1 or 2 catches a game and something like that, and they're just freaking out about it, and that's not the story we want to hear. Okay, so Jacksonville fucking Jaguars. Yeah, they have Trevor Lawrence, but since that AFC Championship game, this has been a very, very bad franchise, and even before that, they weren't that good. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars are not a good team. We don't want to hear everything about them. Okay, and now I think we're going to hear a lot less about them. Granted, they do have Trevor Lawrence, but you have Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow, 2 fucking huge talking points. There's going to be a lot going on in that Jacksonville building. You know, granted, and they're building that new sports performance facility and stuff like that. But now we're going to see a lot less of it, and I think it's going to be a good amount of content with Tim Tebow out of there, so that's a good thing. But yeah, Jaguars said, you know what? You're not going to be a part of the team. Thanks for trying out. We gave you a chance. Now on to the next chapter. And we'll see kind of where his career goes from here. I don't know if he's going to sign with a different team. I know there's some jokes on the Pat McAfee show this morning about maybe going to the Houston Texans or something like that. But we'll figure it out, and he'll figure it out. But if he doesn't make an NFL team, the dude's just fine, money-wise, you know, spiritually-wise, and he'll be fine, okay? So now I want to get to one of the most disappointing things of the weekend of football, and that's the new taunting penalties that I talked about or mentioned last week, I believe, where they're going to be really, you know, hammering down on these fucking taunting, okay, on all these people taunting and stuff, and doing dances, doing the peace signs, you know, doing the jujuing around out there and stuff like that. I didn't know it was actually going to be this fucking bad, okay, and I'm going to show you guys the video. I know I can't really do much, but I'm going to put my phone up there. You're going to watch the video for like 2 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever happens. And kind of, I'll give you my 2 cents after that. You guys can think what you will, but it's kind of ridiculous, this video. But the Colts running back, Darius Anderson, was the guy running the ball. He was penalized for this fucking play, and blows my fucking mind. We'll put it that way.
Spotted at the 41-yard line.
So just watch him, folks.
It's LeMay. And a first down. And LeMay keeps the legs going. Still moving the pile. That's a little out of the county tractor pull right there.
And play.
A late flag is thrown. Pick up a 14.
Are you fucking kidding me? For that. A flag for that. The dude just got done carrying a fucking bus, running backwards, trying to get going. Gets tackled. 8 yards. Comes up and is like, yeah, what's up? Probably said us something else. I don't know. It's, you know, you can't hear, obviously. The fans in the stadium, the ref probably heard something. He said something that the ref didn't like. But what the fuck? The No Fun League, folks, is back. The NFL, the No Fun League. This is stupid. If you're going to call a taunting penalty on that, why the hell are there even fans there? Fans do the most taunting. Okay, they're up there fucking yelling, screaming, going, doing whatever they want. But these players, they make a hell of a play. One fucking awesome play. And that was a great play by a guy that we probably won't ever hear from again. And if we do, awesome. I would love to see more of this. Keep doing what you're doing. But why? Why taunting? Why this is football. Okay, you make a good play, you're going to be hyped up. You're going to be like, fuck yeah, let's go. You can't just expect him to run, carry those fucking 8-9 guys, get up, hand the ball to the ref, and away he goes. You can't. Like, anybody in their right fucking mind is going to get up and do the exact same thing that Colts running back did, Darius Anderson. I don't understand it. And if they're going to continue to call penalties like this, or on stupid little taunting penalties like that, their ratings are going to drop. Their viewership is going to drop. People are going to hate it. And guess what? Roger Goodell doesn't give a fuck at all. Okay, and there's a lot of people that are pissed. Not only fans, but organizations, I believe, are pissed. There's people in the NFLPA that are pissed about this. It's just nonsense, folks. That should not have been a penalty. That was a really fucking good play by a guy that we have no idea no idea who he is, what he's about, how he plays, and stuff like that. But we know from that film, right there, that play, that he's about fucking football. I don't understand why they called a penalty on that. I know you're trying to hammer down on taunting penalties, and there are some penalties out there, and then taunting penalties out there that you gotta look at and be like, okay, probably that was a little uncalled for. That's the ones you gotta throw the flag for. That was not uncalled for. That was fucking football, and I want him to do that again. And I'm sure Frank Reich brought him after when they went into the locker room, looked at him and said, hey, come here for a second. I want you to do that every fucking time you make that same play. Every time. I don't care if we need that penalty. Just do it. Take that. Just go out there and fucking get up, get in their face a little bit, and go back to the huddle. If it's a penalty, fine. But that's how you play football. You know, he probably doesn't want the penalty, obviously, but you want guys on your team like that who bring that energy, you know, that emotion. Football is an emotional sport. Okay, there's ups, there's downs. You know, it's just how the game is played, and I don't understand why they called a penalty on that. It is ridiculous. That means, are we going to see touchdown celebrations anymore? Okay, you know, they have that big end zone fucking replay screen, or the screen where it mirrors the guys or whatever, so when they pick the ball off, they run all the way down and the whole team's there. They're sitting there rolling the boat, you know, or come out there and do their pose and stuff. That's a taunting penalty. You're gonna throw a flag on that? You're going to throw a flag when fucking Justin Jefferson's out there doing, you know, the gritty out. You going to do that? You going to call a penalty on that? Where does it end? You can't let something go and something else not. You know what I mean? Like, guarantee you somebody else does that. Okay? A bigger name. Probably doesn't get called on. No penalty there. That was a good fucking run. Anybody in their right mind is going to look at that guy and be like, wow. I could have called a penalty on this taunting, but that was a hell of a play. I'd do the same thing. So, if these flags are not toned down just a little bit on the taunting, like I said, I get it. There are times when taunting, or the certain taunting, you know, motion or whatever they do to taunt, you look at it and be like, dude, come on. All right, we don't need this. And a good example would be my boy fucking Randy Moss up here. You know, getting up there and mooning the Packers at Lambeau. And that was a long time ago. But that could have been a penalty. Okay, we get it. It was uncalled for, kind of Joe Buck. That is just disgraceful and disgusting. That's a penalty. But flexing your arms after fucking carrying a big ass load of fucking 8 fucking yards by yourself is a penalty, is a taunting penalty. Man, this league is in trouble. New commissioners needed, and I think we've all been, or at least the majority of us, I believe, have been wanting a new commissioner for quite some time. It might take a while. Roger Goodell has all the power in his hands, and there's a lot of people that hate Roger Goodell. Now, I have a love-hate relationship. I don't really mind it or mind him too much, but the decisions he makes, a lot of them, the majority of the time, are just downright stupid. Just garbage. Like, me for one, am all for the throwbacks. I love throwbacks, okay? Yeah, wear it one time a year. One time a year, that's fine. Okay, that's all you have to wear it for. But, you know, it brings you back to, like, when you're a kid, okay? For most of us, anyways. Where you get to see, you know, their old jerseys, what they were once wearing, like, when you were so little, all right? And then all of a sudden, week 7, bam, they bring that jersey right back out. And you're like, oh, dude, these are sick. Let's watch. You're more intrigued. You want to see this. Well, guess what? That went away. They're finally bringing it back, I think, next year, I believe. Or maybe I have to look at that again. But they took away, you know, you can only have one helmet. Can't have 2 different helmets. So throwbacks, out the fucking door. That was dumb. I honestly thought throwbacks were cool. You don't need it every goddamn day. But bring it in once or twice. I mean, it's just become plain Jane, no fun league. That's what the NFL is. It's a no fun league, and it's slowly starting to come back to that, and it's sad. But we'll see where this goes. I hope they, you know, tone down on the taunting and make sure the taunting penalties that they throw are actually legit, like ones where you look at and be like, all right, you can call a penalty on that, because I don't know, the video I just showed you. That was just emotion. Pure emotion. That was fucking football. Get over it. Dude, this world is just becoming way too fucking soft. Grow some fucking balls and get over it. Like, you're still gonna possibly wake up tomorrow morning and it's gonna be a new day. You're gonna forget every goddamn thing that happened to you yesterday. Like, it don't fucking matter. I just don't understand it. It is what it is. My rant's over on that, because this taunting penalty bullshit is just... It's stupid. It is just... Especially on that fucking play. 8 guys, like... Just flexing a little bit. You don't go to your job and flex and get fired, do you? No. You probably flex and your boss is probably like, get the fuck out of here. Like, go away. Leave me alone. Like, it's just... It's stupid. Alright, but enough on those... or on the taunting penalties. We got a couple bits of information, and we're actually going to start off with the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, I knew I had the Jamal Adams kind of thing switched around, but we're going to talk about the Seattle Seahawks, and they just extended safety Jamal Adams, and he has been waiting for this. He's been holding out from practice and whatnot, trying to get that money that he's worth, and he even thought about saying, like, or putting up a... I can't remember what it was, like an argument saying that, hey, I'm more of a linebacker, I should be getting paid this money, and these are why, okay? Well, he got a 4-year extension worth $70 million with $38 million guaranteed. That is huge. That puts him as the highest paid safety in the National Football League, or the No Fun League. He's making about $17.5 a year, and I think the next lowest, I believe, if I'm right, is like $15 million, somewhere around that range. So he's getting his money. He's getting his worth, okay, paid for. And it's very well earned, okay? He had to start his career off with the Jets, was just a fucking menace there, okay? But team just sucked. Can't do nothing about it. He's like, fuck this. Get me out of this organization. I want to go win. All right? Well, they figure out some way to do that. Goes to Seattle. Last year, has a huge year, okay? Probably one of his better years of his career. He could have more tackles. But, okay, in just 12 games last year, 3 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 9.5 sacks, which he had 6.5 the year prior with the Jets. And he had 83 combined tackles, 11 tackles for losses, and 14 quarterback hits. Let that sink in. He definitely could put up an argument saying that he is a linebacker. 9.5 sacks, 6.5 the year before. I mean, what? That's 16 total in 2 years. Okay, averaging about 8 in the last 2 years. That's pretty fucking good. Okay, hits the fucking quarterback a shitload of time. 14, 11 tackles for loss. This guy flies around. Okay, he's a very, very good blitz safety. This guy's going to come in there, he's going to hit you. He's going to hit you hard. He's a very good reader. Okay, now, is he good in coverage? He's not bad by any means. He doesn't really necessarily get the picks that much, but he's going to make a play. Okay, you get past the corner, you get past the linebacker, Jamal Adams coming, he's going to knock you on your ass. And he's going to make you feel it. Okay? But those stats, in only 12 games. Okay, he missed 4 games. Imagine he has those 4 games back. It's probably a 10-plus sacks. Probably at 12 sacks. Probably at 100 tackles. Probably at like 20 quarterback hits. Something ridiculous. Probably has an interception too. So, they did right in signing him this extension. They did it a little late though, I think. And they got it done, so that's all that matters. He's not going to play preseason. He's the superstar on the defense. So it makes sense. But it's a 17-game season, 18 weeks total. The type of stats that he could possibly put up in a full 17-game season is ridiculous. You shouldn't have to think twice about signing this guy. The only thing you should have to think about is, okay, how are we going to get him the money that he deserves? Let's move some things around. Let's free up some space, some cap space, and then let's get this fucker paid because we want him on our team. We don't want him going anywhere else in the NFC at all, or in the NFL, let alone. So this was a good signing, $70 million, 17.5 per year, looking really good for Jamal Adams. He's going to be a very good safety on that Seattle Seahawks defense. Hopefully they can make a run. They are in the toughest division in the NFL, the NFL or the NFC West. With the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Niners there with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's going to be a tough division. I have probably 3 of those teams going to the playoffs. Who knows? We could see 4. That'd be interesting, but I doubt it. Probably just for sure 3, and we'll go from there. But yeah, good for Jamal Adams. 4 years, $70 million, 38 guaranteed, 17.5 per year. Well deserved. All right, so the last bit of information I'll leave you with is tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. We have Hard Knocks Episode 2 taking place, and it's going to be awesome, okay? It's on HBO Max, so if you have a subscription to HBO Max, go watch it. You won't regret it. Week 1 was awesome, or the Episode 1 was pretty good. I say, it had that mojo moment. You got to see a little bit of Dak and what's going on with his shoulder. You got to see Ezekiel Elliott talk about him losing weight and getting back into shape before the regular season gets going, and this is an interesting team, okay? Week 2 is going to be great. I keep saying week 2, but it's episode 2, okay? Episode 2 is going to be awesome, I think. The first one's a little slow, kind of moving inch by inch and seeing kind of what's happening and what's not happening, but this is the time now. They're already past the Hall of Fame game week. They need to get back in the groove of things. See how I want to see more mojo moments. I want to see, what's Dak's situation. Not too much on him. I want to see, CeeDee Lamb, Mari Cooper, and Michael Gallup, and them talk about that wide receiver crew and stuff. But we'll kind of see how that all transpires tonight. Like I said, that airs at 9 p.m. on HBO Max. So have fun and watch that. I know I'll be watching it. We can recap it a little bit tomorrow and whatnot. So that is all I got for you guys today, as we are now 2 days away from the start of preseason week 2 between the New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Almost said Dallas Cowboys. I had Tom Brady and the Cowboys stuck in my head. But it's New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your night. Go watch some Hard Knocks at 9 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow. And you just got your fix with the Wicks. And thank you guys. Have a great one.